Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Hey y'all, welcome to this edition of Carry On. As you can tell, we're in a brand new location because we decided to bring a brand new format to the show where we don't just tell you about Terrebonne Parish, we bring you along to see everything. And with the new show, I need my co-host, my right-hand man. Please help me introduce Nicole Davis. Hey, Nicole.
Hey, Tara.
What you got?
Oh, I don't know. The suitcase is a little heavy. What did you pack?
I don't know. Let's open it up and see.
Oh, Lord. Okay, here we go, y'all. Sack of potatoes.
I mean, red ones, they're the best, right?
Okay. And pepper.
Okay, a little spice.
And onion.
No tears over here.
We got lemons and garlic.
All right, so if you haven't guessed it, we're talking National Crawfish Day.
Yes. Welcome back. As Tara said, we are talking about National Crawfish Day, and we have a special guest here with us to help us do that. Joining us today is none other than Melissa DeRocher with Explorer Houma. Melissa, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Nicole.
Like I say, we're getting ready to talk about the Bayou Country Crawfish Trail. Yes. So tell me, how did that come to be? What made y'all say, let's do crawfish?
Well, you know, crawfish in Terrebonne Parish is more than just a local delicacy. It's become kind of like its own food group. It's a huge centerpiece of our celebrations. We have festivals around it. We celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, Mardi Gras. It's a huge part of our culture. So with that being said, we knew crawfish would be a great moniker for a trail. It's also part of our attraction is fresh seafood. We have such a wonderful local seafood product. I mean, we catch what we eat.
Yes.
And that's a huge part of the trail as well.
And Terrebonne Parish is more water than land. How does that play into crawfish?
Well, not only crawfish, but shrimp and crabs. And a lot of the bounty you can catch in our waterways is part of the trail. We know that people travel and love to travel and around what's there to eat.
That's right.
And what a better way to get a taste of a destination than its local food.
Oh, I like that, a taste of a destination. Yeah. So Houma is crawfish.
Houma's crawfish. We consume a lot of crawfish. If you talk to our boil houses and our seafood houses and the people who sell our live crawfish, they'll tell you that in Terrebonne Parish in Louisiana's Bayou Country, we take it very seriously. We want to boil our own crawfish as well. The popularity of crawfish over the last 15 years has just steadily increased. And there's no signs of stopping. People travel now to eat crawfish. They know when they come to Louisiana's Bayou Country, they can participate in a boil. I'm sure their family, if they have family here, it's no doubt.
They already know.
They having a crawfish boil. And people take it very seriously.
Yes, we do. So tell me how the crawfish trail works.
So the crawfish trail is separated into 2 seasons.
Okay.
Because you can literally eat crawfish all year round. The first season where it's peak right now is head season.
Okay, so we're in April.
Yeah, we're in April, okay. So we're probably at peak. Peak is probably around Easter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so people are buying live crawfish to boil for their celebrations or to boil at home just on a weekend to relax and get together. So that'll carry on to probably early summer. And then we move into our second part of the trail, which is tails. Yeah. So tails is when we kind of peel those crawfish and we reserve the tails because we want to eat it year round.
That's my favorite season, honey.
So tails toward the end of the year is when we're making all of our traditional Cajun dishes.
Like gumbo?
So like gumbo, crawfish etouffee, crawfish jambalaya, crawfish bisque. So you can literally go into all of these different restaurants, even though our boil houses, the people who sell live product, are closed, But at that time is when you can sit down and still enjoy our cuisine.
So the season never ends.
See, well, the trail
never ends.
but the season is there's 2 seasons. We have heads and tails.
Okay,
Correct.
so I'm traveling to Houma and I want to participate in the Bayou Country Crawfish Trail.
So
What do I have to do?
Okay, so this is how it works. So you're going to pick up your passport at our local visitor centers, which is where we are now.
Okay.
Or you can go to crawfishtrail.com and you can download your passport. On the passport, it's going to list all of our 43 stops, and you can pick any one of those establishments. You go in, you can sit down and eat, you could get a cup of gumbo, or you can buy live product if you're going to boil yourself. And you can download your 5 receipts from anywhere in the trail. You can download it on the website, or you can mail it in, or you can bring it into our visitor center. And then once you collect your 5 receipts, then you go redeem your t-shirt.
Oh, that's the prize?
That's the prize, a really cool Crawfish Trail t-shirt.
Oh, that's awesome. So let me ask you this. What if I go to a restaurant on Monday? I like that restaurant so much and I go and I want that dish again and I go back Tuesday.
No problem.
That still counts.
That still counts.
It just has to be a different day.
Yes.
Okay, great. Oh, I love that. Okay, now that we know how it works, I just have to know, what is your favorite crawfish dish? Because personally, I am a crawfish pie girl, honey, through crawfish fettuccine. What's your favorite?
My favorite, I do love boiled crawfish. I mean, hands down, it's hard to beat. But I also love taking that boiled crawfish and then turning it into a crawfish stew. And I make a mean crawfish stew. I go the extra mile. Yeah.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. Crawfish dishes are endless in Louisiana's Bayou Country. And so now you know what to do. Head on over to the Bayou Country Crawfish Trail to pick up your passport, and we'll be right back with more on National Crawfish Day.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Welcome back. As we stated, we are talking about National Crawfish Day. And what better way to talk about Crawfish Day than head season? Here with me today is Haley and Destiny of the Shack of Houma, and let's get into it. Okay, ladies, we're here in your boil room, which means we are talking about live crawfish. Can you explain the difference between live and boiled crawfish for those who don't know?
So live crawfish, you will come here and you'll buy a sack yourself, and then that just means that you have more work to do. You got to go home and boil them. But if you get the boiled crawfish, you want to save yourself a mess, dine in with us, and you'll have the best.
I know that's right. Okay, how does the Shack of Houma, because y'all are one of 40 stops on our Bayou Country Crawfish Trail, okay? How did the Shack of Houma set itself apart from all the other restaurants? What makes me say, you know what? I'm gonna stop at the Shack and get me some live crawfish today.
It definitely has a lot to do with the fact that we boil crawfish like you do at home. You know, a lot of restaurants, they don't want to season it too much because people can only have, you know, a little bit of spice or a little bit of salt and this and that, which is fine. But, you know, if you like it a certain way, then that's whenever you do it at home and you make it the way you want it. But at the Shack, more of the down the bayou people, the what you call that? The Cajuns, yeah, like the locals, like they want it like how they do it at home without all the work and the mess and all of that. So, I mean, I've never ate crawfish at a restaurant, you know, before I started working here because I like spice and I like it to be spicy and have all the works. Well, whenever I tried the crawfish over here, I was like, wow, like, you know, that tastes like how I would do it at home. So it's definitely something that, you know, I would come here for is the crawfish because it tastes like, yes, I do.
So wait, Destiny, tell me. So if I don't like spicy seafood, I can't come to the Shack and eat it?
You can come to the Shack. I would just recommend not sucking the heads. So we only do one flavor, one seasoning. And if you just peel it off and you don't suck the head to get that juice in your mouth of where all the flavor is, If you just eat the tails, they aren't so spicy.
Okay.
So your heads have all your juice, your flavor, they soak it up more, and you also have more flavor because it consists of the fat of the crawfish as well.
Okay, so let's get into how to do a crawfish boil. Because listen, not all of us Southerners know how to boil crawfish. Hello, I'm not ashamed. Okay.
I don't either. I just go to eat.
Come on, girl. Okay. So tell us, from start to finish, how do you boil live crawfish?
So from start to finish, you first off obviously have to get your crawfish. Depending how many pounds you get depends on your seasoning amount, ingredients, how much vegetables you want to have to go on the side with that. You also have to, first step, you need your propane. Once you get home, you'll fill up your pot with water. Like I said, it depends how much water to the pounds of crawfish you have. You start by adding your seasonings, which you can use Louisiana or Zatarain's. I prefer Louisiana, as we do here in the shack. You get your spicy ball, which is the powder. You're going to have your liquid seasoning as well, and garlic powder as well. We like to cut up some onions and lemon slices as well to throw in with that crawfish. So first you want to light your pot after seasoning it. And once that comes to a boil, you're going to drop your crawfish with your sliced onions, your sliced lemons. And then once that comes to another rolling boil, you're going to time it for 5 minutes. After that timer is done, you're going to cut it off, give your pot a good mix, let it soak. And you just taste test as you go. Once you feel that they have enough crawfish, enough seasoning, you just take them out the pot, let them drain, dump them in an ice chest. You can serve yourself out the boiling pot if you want. We like to, if you're at home, you boil your vegetables first, and then you do your crawfish. But all in all, it's about a 45, 50-minute process for everything to be done.
No, I have to ask, because I heard you say lemons and all these different things. What's the craziest thing you've heard someone say that they put in their seafood boil?
Craziest thing I've heard, which would be the some of the vegetables on the side. I've seen people start off doing tortellinas or raviolis. Also pickles. I've tried pickles, not too much of a fan. I've seen people do pineapples and sweet potatoes as well.
If you have leftover crawfish, what are some things you can do with it? Because I've heard some stories.
There's quite a few different recipes you could do at home with cooking your leftover crawfish. You want to peel them. Some people make sure to remove the fat or the poop line in it. I keep it depending on what I'm cooking because of the flavor. But some people actually take the crawfish and they'll take your leftover sides as well, your potatoes, corn, sausage, mushrooms, carrots, whatever you have that you boiled with that or ordered here from us. Take all that, chop it up, and you make it after the boil soup. Ooh. Also, you can go ahead and do a crawfish fettuccine, crawfish etouffee. I done heard of somebody doing a crawfish red jambalaya as well.
Now, I love fettuccine. So how would I go about, walk me through that?
So your fettuccine, you could do a lot of different ways. Some people, they'll use the same recipe as a shrimp or a chicken, and the only thing you're replacing is the product of it, the meat. So you just switch it up to the crawfish.
Peel the crawfish, put them to the side, and just throw.
Yes, ma'am. And whenever I do mine, like I said, your head has the most of the flavor. So whenever I cook mine, I'll put like a cap of your liquid seasoning to the pot just to give it that little boiling taste as well.
I like to do too, like if I don't have a lot of crawfish, if I just have like just a small amount, I'll just make some egg omelets with it. Cut up a bell pepper and onion, make an omelet. I mean, why throw it away?
That's what I love about Cajuns, honey. We don't waste food. We're going to find something to cook. Okay, so set the scene for me. I come to the Shack of Houma. I order some boiled crawfish. What is the setting? It's 5 pounds. What's coming with that?
So your crawfish, you can order however much you want. We start off at 1 pound. 1 pound clearly is enough. That's just a tease. It's an appetizer. That's what you want to get to taste them. But 5 pounds, I would say, is your average. Most people start with 2 to 3 pounds. But if you want to sit there and eat some crawfish, I'd get 5 pounds. So your sides are separate. We have potatoes, corn, sausage, mushrooms, and garlic. And you get your dip with it. So you just order whatever sides you want. Some people want the sides, some people don't. That way they can eat more crawfish because your sides is what's filling.
Oh, but I love my potatoes, y'all. I can't give up my potatoes. I don't care how much crawfish I'm eating. I got to have my potatoes. Well, guys, you've heard it here first. The Shack of Houma is where it's at. Don't forget to suck the head because that has the most seasoning. And we'll be right back with more on National Crawfish Day.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
We're back with Carry On, and we're rolling through National Crawfish Day. It's tail season, and we're here at Boudreaux and Thibodeau's to talk more about it. Ryan, thank you so much for joining today.
Thank y'all for having us, Tara.
Yeah, so Boudreaux and Thibodeau's is a local staple in Terrebonne Parish. Tell me more about how the local jokes and Cajun folklore inspired your business and your brand.
Yeah, so we are a local family-owned business. My parents started Boudreaux and Thibodeau's 26 years ago. My mom's from Thibodaux and my dad's from Houma, so it is local. And it all started from one day. My dad went fishing with some of his buddies, and they were telling Boudreaux and Thibodeau jokes all day. And, that turned into a restaurant theme idea, which one thing led to another, and they rolled with it. And, Boudreaux and Thibodeau it's kind of a fun, lighthearted aspect we can incorporate into our brand. And it really pairs well with the down-home Cajun food and the Southern hospitality service that we really try to bring to our guests every time.
So we're here to talk more about tail season. And as we said earlier, it's when the tail meat is featured in the crawfish dishes. Boudreaux and Thibodeau's is huge for tail season. So tell me a little bit more about these dishes that we have in front of us.
Yeah, so this is our jambalaya crawfish pie filet gumbo. Just like the song. Yeah. It features our seafood gumbo, which is an absolute staple in this community. It also has our chicken and sausage jambalaya, which is basically a Cajun seasoned dirty rice with andouille sausage and chicken meat cooked into it. And then we have our crawfish pie on there, which our version of that is a small tart shell that's loaded up with our crawfish étouffée, and it's baked to where there's a crisp on the outside and a molten goodness on the inside.
All right, and what's this one we have?
Yeah, that's our catfish Louisiana. It is a fried, grilled, or blackened catfish fillet laid over a bed of rice and topped with our crawfish étouffée.
Okay, I know you guys at home can't smell this, but it smells amazing. I'm so hungry right now. Ryan, tell us a little bit more about how Boudreaux and Thibodeau's influences Cajun culture and how crawfish plays a role in y'all doing so in Terrebonne Parish.
We really try to embody the full Cajun culture here. Everything from our 12'8" taxidermy alligator by the front door and all these Cajun French jokes on the wall to greet you when you're coming in to, that really down-home Southern good food and Southern hospitality. We try to really provide all of that in our experience. And, it's really a tradition for our area to anytime your friends or family get a lot of good food to cook and eat, it's really a time when everybody comes together and celebrates that and has a good time doing it. So we're really here focused on trying to provide all of that and then some for our customers and really trying to give them a good experience to take home with them.
All right, now this all looks amazing, but it is National Crawfish Day. So I say we end this day with a crawfish eating contest. Nicole, you in? Let's go. Ryan?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And they done pulled me into a crawfish eating contest. I like to eat my crawfish in peace and not compete, but here we are. What we doing, Tara?
Well, before we get started with the contest, most of us around here grew up with crawfish, but we each have our own way of peeling them. So I thought, Ryan, would you show us what's the Ryan way of peeling crawfish?
Yeah, so as y'all know, there's several ways to go about peeling crawfish. And I don't want to give away my secrets, but
A safe space.
Yeah. So the way I usually peel them is I take these first two creases in the crawfish tail and I pinch them together to loosen it up a bit. And then I hold those two nice and snug, and I take the rest of the tail and I break it and wiggle it free. And you got your tail already out.
So you leave the heads on.
I leave the heads on. I don't suck the heads, but if you do suck the heads, might be a bit of a problem, but takes the poop string out with it, and you can eat your claws afterwards.
Well, there you go. That's Ryan's way of peeling crawfish.
And I think I lost the competition before it started.
All right, it's competition time. Let's see what y'all can bring.
Let's do it.
2, 1, go.
gotta dip it, you know?
My parents pulling away.
They not even stuck in the head.
Somebody stuck in my face.
Plot twist, Nicole just came to eat crawfish.
Oh. Mess one up.
Oh, Lord, wait. This girl
is
not
rolling.
playing.
I am a Cajun at heart. Not very ladylike, but it's all right.
Listen,
No, it's stuck.
Boudreaux and Thibodeau? Y'all make some
Y'all
crawfish.
sabotaging it with
Oh,
this
yeah.
crawfish.
This is amazing. Ooh. Where we at? Where we at?
No idea. I'm scared to count.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Have to be honest, y'all. Victory is delicious here at Boudreaux and Thibodeau's.
So is defeat.
That's all the time we have for today. Join us next time on Carry On. See you then.
Bye, y'all.